Hello, and welcome to a random episode of World of Warcraft Classic, where the game can be laid back enough that I treat it as a gaming vlog, and I don't necessarily just talk about the game, just as a fair warning. Not your traditional way of doing a gameplay video, but I don't like doing things the normal way. So this is how WoW used to be. Literally. That was the whole map. Now I'm going to be going off to Loch Modan. I am on my way to level 20. I'm only about like 15%, 10% of the way in. And we're going to be getting the cat form at that point. But I wanted to show you how beautiful Ashenvale was in Ashtanar. A lot of you will remember this if you've played World of Warcraft before. Now it is 2 o'clock in the morning, server time. I am on PvP server Whitemane. And it might not be a good idea to go roaming around here. But I just wanted to take a moment before I do move on to Loch Modan. I remember the quest in here, yeah, where she's sick and you gotta go get the antidote. But look at that. It's not under attack. It's peaceful. It's the way it should be. I really hate Cataclysm for having torn the world apart and toned down the immersion level. But you know, for a game that's pushing 2 decades when this originally first came out and they were blueprinting the game, they don't look so shabby. Just don't be surprised if I end up getting my ass kicked. This is PvP. I am a low level. And I am risking my elven neck for you fine folk out there that want to go through a little bit of a journey through old school Ashenvale. 22. I mean, I'm not incredibly far off from the level you'd want to be in here. But the music, the atmosphere, the ambiance, however you pronounce that word. Don't forget, je suis français. So I might have mispronounced it. This is normally where there's a bunch of lava now because, you know, the Cataclysm ruined a lot of shite. Just a lot of stuff. 2 o'clock in the morning? On a weekday? Not everybody's working. I don't plan on going that far. It's not like I really have a mission here. Other than I couldn't wait any longer just to start feeling the old Ashenvale. One of my favorite zones. A very iconic, memorable zone. Oh boy. I'm also trying to get a feel for the population. You see, I've been struggling between which World of Warcraft to play on my channel, if any of them. As you know, or as I've probably mentioned a few times, I've been struggling with my YouTube channel to try to think of, you know, what to do. Alright, I'm getting creeped out. So in between major scheduled release games like your Watch Dogs, your Assassin's Creeds, your Hitmans and all that kind of stuff, what do? I don't want to just throw my hands up in the air and go, right? And I've said this a million times, and I'm going to sound like a broken record. But this is where I generally would like to play games like Skater XL, American Truck Simulator, Call of Duty. Not so much on a regular upload for Call of Duty. That would be more of a live stream thing. than World of Warcraft because they're dynamic games and sports games like your Madden footballs, your FIFA soccer, hell, even some WWE 2K20 going through the universe mode. Because with that, there's always something to do. It's never the same match twice. I use Assassin's Creed Valhalla as an example of, you know, what do you do once you're done kicking the crap out of the game? Seriously. You just run around, randomly slaughter the AI? Believe it or not, I can actually find that fun. But I could promise you if I made a daily video on that,
Well met.
it would start to wear out thin incredibly quick. Hey, it's the Philminator, the bald pumpkin-headed dude, coming at you with another gameplay video of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Like, do you know what I mean? All the missions are done, it's like there's literally nothing to do. So that's why things like farming games, any type of simulator game, or games that are always evolving, or where there's some type of multiplayer component such as this. By the way, we're in Elwyn Forest just outside of Stormwind City. Look at that beautiful sky, 2 o'clock in the morning. Back in the day, I've mentioned this before, there was no day and night cycle. That was actually a feature that was brought in later into the game. And so that's why I've been struggling. Because I know that gameplay videos on my channel do terrible. But that doesn't mean I want to quit. But I do want to find something that I enjoy, people will enjoy watching. In some ways, American Truck Simulator is a better fit. I'm looking for a game where I don't have to just talk about life in general. You know, these kind of games I find are good for that, because they have a lot of, like, relaxing moments, like right now. There's not much going on, I'm flying around. But if I'm playing like FIFA soccer, yeah, chances are I probably won't really be talking much about the weather. It's a little bit more action-paced, fast action-paced. Same with Call of Duty. I'm not going to be going on about how pretty the sky is when I'm getting shot at by a bunch of people with snipers and shit, throwing grenades. But I do want, you know, a few relaxing games that I can just talk about whatever and showcase the game. Like, to me, this brings back a lot of memories, because I've said this before, and I'll say it again in a moment. Early morning protein shake. Is that with this game, I had a dream when I was younger, in my 20s when YouTube first came out, and this game first came out in 2004. I wanted to be like essentially what Asmongold set out to become, where you become wealthy, where you become financially stable and have a life for yourself, playing World of Warcraft. Now that ship has sunk. I don't ever think it ever left the dock. But this is kind of allowing me to almost recapture some of that magic, because World of Warcraft has changed dramatically over the years. It's just not the same game. On paper, it'll look similar. Like if I was flying around here, sure, I mean, Dunmorrow will look like Dunmorrow. But yeah, so now that Classic has been out for almost a couple of years in August, and, you know, the Burning Crusade is on its way, I kind of felt like, let's just play this version a little bit, as well as Retail, the easier version, the more aesthetically pleasing version with all the different bear forms and cat forms I can be. I still don't know how that's going to work, to be honest. But like I said, I've got another few weeks up until about April Fool's Day, until my subscription runs out, to see if I've by then made up my mind. Have I decided which WoW, if any to begin with, that I'll be sticking with? So I'm not too worried about, oh my god, I gotta level up super fast and get caught up on my gear on my retail druid. I'm just kind of enjoying it in the moment, you know? So that's all I'm doing right now. And level 20 is going to help me get a better understanding of recapturing that classic magic of as a druid with the nice purple cat form that I miss. Because that happens at level 20. Right now, there's not much going on. I'm in bear form. It's slow. And, yeah. Just checking my phone really quick. See, and there's just people everywhere. It was the other thing I wanted to share with you. So in the World of Warcraft Classic, what you end up having is just people everywhere. You've got a healthy population of people in a small world. Like, I need to explain that into further detail. Whereas on retail, you've got a world that's, you know, let's say quintuplet the size. Even if there is the same population, it's going to be a lot more scattered. People are going to be a lot more spread out. So it's going to give you a sense that you're in a post-apocalyptic world on your own. And that's not a lot of fun. Sure, your bear form might be a lot flashier with glowing green fur, in which in this case, this is the only bear form I'm ever going to have. It's very bland looking compared to what's on retail. I'm not going to deny that. But the trade-off is a world that is alive and well. One of my greatest things that I enjoy doing in World of Warcraft, apart from the obvious of just playing the game, what aspect of it I enjoy the most might surprise you. Sure, the battlegrounds are a lot of fun. That's where you do your PvP, you know, sort of like you do your team deathmatch version of Call of Duty there. It's just roaming the world, seeing people questing, struggling, they're about to die. 3 bears are mauling them. You come running to the rescue. You heal them. You buff them. Maybe you resurrect them if they died. And believe it or not, I guess he doesn't like spiders. That's actually one of the things I enjoy the most, along with the world PvP. You won't rank up or get anything from it, like in terms of progressing your character. But it's fun because the whole game, this whole world, ends up becoming your battlefield. As people are questing around, hey, what's this guy doing? You're sneaking around. You're stealth. No one can see you. Yes, I know you can see me. That's because I'm the one playing the character. You're looking around. Oh, there's a horde. Oh, he's questing near that. Okay, he's not ganking. All right, fine. I'll leave him alone. And, you know, you're sort of just prowling through the shadows. It sounds corny, but that's almost everything to me. I don't want to just live in the battlegrounds.
I've the finest wares in the land. Off with you.
And so when I'm level 20 and a little bit beyond, probably closer to 30, so when I'm halfway through the journey, I'll probably have a better understanding of how alive that world is.
Talk to me.
And go from there. It wants me to make that thing my main inn. Yeah, not gonna happen. I just do not think so. Talk to Jern Hornhelm and accept the Iron Band's excavation. Don't ask me what that accent was. Again, it's very early server time. If I was playing on an East Coast server, that was cringy, but it was supposed to be. And it was 5 o'clock, you'd probably see like the sun starting to rise and all that. But I don't mind the nighttime. It's not dark. Have you ever played the game DayZ? When it's dark, yeah, you can't even see in front of you. That shit's scary. Yeah, so I like reminiscing. As you can see, I went, grabbed the quest, now I'm just running around. I'm gonna go grab another one. Who knows how long I've been recording for. There's been no action yet. There could have been 100 people slain by now, had this been Call of Duty. Call of Duty's a lot more accessible. I've said this a million times in my streams. And then you put it into WoW terminology. You know, in Call of Duty, if I'm rank 1 and you're rank 50, if I get an AK-47 and I pop you in the face, you're done. You know what I mean? You're dead. Sure, you unlock more weapons and, attachments and whatnot. But in World of Warcraft, if you don't gear up, if you've been trailing behind for a while, and this is not an exaggeration at all, I could come at you with an AK-47, shoot you in the face like 15 times, and you're not going to be anywhere near dead, and you could probably literally walk up to me and backhand me without a weapon and kill me. That's what this game can do. Okay? That's very, very painful. But that's the reality of this game. It rewards you on, time that you've been playing the game. What have you been doing for investing with your time? So, enter the building. I'm assuming here. There we go.
Great to meet you.
Turn in. Huh? Talk to Magma. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm like kind of spaced out. I am quite tired, actually. There's even a possibility that I pause. That I pause this here. At some point. Oh, all the way over there. Okay. Yeah, let's go through the journey here. Iron Band's excavation site. I mean, I'll play for a little bit. I might kick the crap out of a few things. I'm almost twice its level. Yeah, that's right. Don't even think about attacking me. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Yeah, so, like I said, all those things I'm gonna figure out in time. Hopefully, what I want to do. I could end up choosing not to play this game at all, either of the versions, right? And in turn, what that means for my channel is it'll be just more of more stuff. There would be more Skater XL content, there would be more sports games, there would be more variety. Variety is the spice of life. However, you can be a bit of a, what I call a one-trick pony on YouTube and only predominantly play one game and still do really well. I don't want to do that, though. I would still play like the other games. when your Hitmans and your Watchdogs and all that come out, I would still play those. But I would make sure that once I beat the game, I run back to my World of Warcraft because I got stuff to do. After all the time you invest in your game, on your character, you're going to want to enjoy it. You're going to want to be like, oh, this is what I worked for. Now I can get shot in the face with an AK-47 37 times and not die, you know? You don't want to just gear him up and go, okay, he's up to par. Let's go play some Madden. And that's not to say it wouldn't happen again, but it would just happen less frequently. And with a game, no offense, such as WoW that's so old, if you haven't already captured a big massive following or an audience, that's where I don't know if this game should just be played casually, and then if that's the case, well then retail might be a better fit. But on the flip side of things, I was also thinking of something else. Check this out. If you play this version of the game Classic, whether you choose to progress through the expansions or not is actually the magic in itself. You see, once you get that gear, once you get to the top, you're done. You'll never need to gear again. New expansion comes out, don't move to the next expansion. Or you can, and then you can make a copy of your character and keep it in the old world. So like, for example, this server will move on to the Burning Crusade when it comes out later this year, I'm assuming. If I want, I can make a copy of this exact druid and also move him to like what's called like a legacy server where it'll never progress and it's always going to remain classic World of Warcraft. Then you can flip-flop. You could be like, oh, let's just go to classic. You're already geared up. Made a copy of your character. Let's queue up for a battleground. Let's roam around the world. And let's just check things out. Oh, time to play some Burning Crusade version of WoW or whatever. And then now you could do that. So it's kind of like it's slower to get to your end goal in Classic, but once you're there, it's satisfying because it can end there for you if you wanted to. Whereas retail is much faster to progress through, but once you get geared up, it's always evolving. Excuse me. My throat went dry there for a second. It was sounded like I was drowning. So it's always evolving. You always have to keep up with it. You can't take a break.
How are you?
So
what can I do for you?
That is really something to think about, like big time.
Interest you on a pint?
No, I don't drink there, laddie. I don't know what the hell that was. Don't even ask. Don't bother. It's not worth it. I don't understand it. I don't expect you to. So that's my take on the whole what to do with the channel, some of the differences between classic WoW, retail WoW. But again, it's going to take me, I think, a good other couple of weeks of me just playing around. Because there's not much coming out that I want to talk about for games, and I can't just sit around for weeks. The next game that's coming out that I'm going to be talking about on my channel is MLB The Show 21. So, you know, that's kind of a big deal. That's like April 16th, because I'm going to be getting the version of the game that allows for the PS4 version as well, and a 4-day early head start. Stone Splinter. Good thing I am level 19. And they're like one level or so, or about the same level as me. Because as you could see, they hurt. And one level can make a big difference. Or two, in this case. See how I, like, took no damage from him and he's already dead? Well, that was a level 17 and that was a 19. Incrementally, 17 and 19 is not a big difference, but you saw how much quicker he dropped. Like a sack of shit. Now here's an in-between. Level 18. And again, you can notice the difference between that and a 19. What else do we gotta do here? Yeah, just kill the enemies around this area. I wish I could just pull them all, but I can't do that. I don't have all the skills or the gear. That's sort of a kind of thing you could do a little bit later. So there's a 19 again. Give him a little moonfire action. Classic World of Warcraft encouraged more of a shape-shifting style, popping in and out of forms. You definitely don't do that in retail. You've got all your skills so that you just don't need to do that. It's more simplistic. I kind of like the shape-shifting, shape-dancing, whatever you want to call it. It made it feel a little bit more organic. That's the word. I like the words organic and dynamic. That one hurt. But anyhow, this gave you, even though I didn't do like a lot of fighting or a lot of questing, this still gave you a little bit of a glimpse as to how slow or how much time it could take to travel from one place to the next. How long it can take to kill stuff. Mind you, I'm in bear form. That's more of a tanking spec. Not really a proper representation of my character. So what I might do now, because this is going to be slow, this is just going to be me repeating the same thing I've just done in the last 2 minutes for probably another good 15 or 20 minutes. And it's not that that's boring. I mean, if the commentary was top-notch, it wouldn't be a bad thing. What I might do here is just pause it. You got a nice little gist of how I've been feeling with my channel, the different WoW versions. Do I just want to drop this all together and stick to playing more sports games and Skater XL and American Truck Simulator and kind of do like a series? I was talking about that in my stream the other day. So like, you know, I was joking around going, hey, Madden Mondays, FIFA Fridays, Trucking Tuesdays, maybe Trucking Thursdays as well. I don't know. Wrestling Wednesdays. Do you know what I mean? Because in closing, people have subscribed to my channel for thousands of different reasons. Well, if I'm not continuously doing those things that they subscribe to me for in the first place, well, I'm not going to get that many views. A lot of people sometimes say to me, you know, with all due respect, I know you're getting paid and you're having fun, but you got 14,000 subscribers. And, you know, the average views on your channel, sure, 250,000 on average, but your average views on your average videos are extremely low. And that's true. Much lower than they should be. What happens there is, well, I'm not PewDiePie, I'm not Dr. Disrespect, but if someone, let's say, goes, oh, I like this guy and how he plays World of Warcraft, I'm going to subscribe to him for World of Warcraft. But now for the next month, I don't play World of Warcraft. I decide I just didn't really want to play it after everything I just told you. Let's say now I decide to stick with like Call of Duty and American Truck Simulator. Well, that guy that subscribed to me for my WoW content, he's not getting that now. Hey, I subscribed to this guy for WoW. Sure, he seems like an okay guy. But this isn't what I signed up for, literally. Well, he's not going to watch your video. Right? It's as simple as that. I do Batman stuff, that silly, cringy stuff that I actually really like a lot. And those actually get more views than any of my random Let's Play videos of any video game. Again, someone could have subscribed to me for my Batman stuff only. Well, if I only post them every other month, well then I'm not going to get their views when I'm talking about anything else. The only people that'll watch all your content are the people that are really invested in you. And I find how people get to connect with you and get to know you and want to listen to what you have to say regardless of the game you play is through the live stream. Because it's much more personal. It's much more intimate. You know? People start remembering you. They get a sense of your personality a little bit more. Because you're interacting with them in real time. That's another reason I've been doing live streams, although I've cut back on them. Because it is discouraging. You think I'm going to lie about that? I was monetized within 5 months on YouTube and I was making $400 a month. I've been live streaming for almost a year. I can barely get 2 digits in a live stream. I could barely get 10 people. I tend to average 5 to 7. 12 is the upper end. 3 is the lower end. And that's after a year. Almost an entire fucking year. That deserved an F-bomb. So yeah, my live streams are nothing. They're garbage compared to how my regular uploading's been going. But that said, the only reason I've been getting paid so well is because I have a few oddball videos that made it semi-big and big enough residually every month to pay me. So you might be shocked how much money I can make every month, in the upwards of $1,000 a month, as I said. But when you look at the average views on my average everyday uploading, you would be going, well, where's all the money coming from? You could almost consider me like a one-hit wonder. I'm like Vanilla Ice with Ice Ice Baby on YouTube. That's essentially what it is, but he's still making money. People still know who he is, right? So, I ain't no Justin Bieber. So that's why I'm kind of hoping to become more stable someday, moving forward, where it doesn't matter what I upload. It doesn't matter what I do. The views will fluctuate, but they'll be there. I don't have to rely on content I uploaded 500 videos ago to pay the bills at the end of the month. That's essentially what's happening here. I've been very lucky with a few videos that got hundreds of thousands of views. And they continuously get views. And so I get money. Had I never stepped out and done those one-off videos, I never probably would have been paid. And I most definitely probably wouldn't be at 14,000 subscribers right now. And yes, I get it. There's people that have way bigger channels than I do after 2.5 years. But last I checked, it wasn't a competition with other people. It's a competition with myself. Have I kicked my own ass from a year ago? And the answer is, yes, I have. I have kicked my own ass. And now I'm getting my own ass kicked. Well, not really. They don't hurt too much. Let's see if these guys will help me out or just watch me burn. That's right, you run away. Yeah, I think I am going to end it here.
What's on your mind? Safe travels.
Yeah. We're almost, not quite, about a quarter of the way, third of the way to 20. I'm just going to relax on my own. But that felt good to get that off my chest. Got to see a little bit of gameplay. I talked about some different things, not just the game itself. And yeah, so as always, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Greatly helps support the channel with the algorithm and making me more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up on the internet. If you didn't like the video, as always, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I'll snap it off in your ass. And I'll toss you in this little campfire, which is doing no damage. There we go. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, that would be greatly appreciated. But if not, thanks for stopping by, anyways. Take care, Maybe I'll see some of you in the next video. Bye for now.